Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. Y'all know what it is. I said it was probably rain this morning. It was early. This is the sorry ass niggas university. S.N.U's. Yeah, this is part one. Well, we witnessed at the LBM Coliseum, man. These niggas are stripping about these hoes, these prostitutes out here online, the modern day prostitutes, the modern so-called women, right? Shouts out to Legendary Wacky. He's streaming, everybody's streaming. They're doing great. This Friday is beautiful. Bless, shall I say, the sixth day, according to scriptures, whatever. But it's like, I understand, Zero came back, at the LBM Coliseum, man. He had to let that fire. But Fittinelli, man, Mr. Fittinelli's a clown. That whole ass shit that he said is false. Like, Ramil checked his ass a bunch of times. Tassi was just laughing in his face, man. That nigga is a whole clown, bro. Like, I've been saying this like 2 years ago, these niggas wasn't shit. And they've been listening to me from the distance. But I've been saying it. I had a couple people on the panel like 2 years ago, and we talked about this, and it is finally burning. It's been dead since 2020. So what Zero understand, the Masters been dead. I saw this shit in 2012 when y'all was trying to take over when the Hebrew Israelites failed. That shit went nowhere. Like I said, and we know the history. I know the history, how these black spaces came about. A lot of these niggas came in. I came here before Kevin. Kevin, y'all understand, he wasn't shit back then. I first heard of him in 2020 when the pandemic was around. And when he blew up in 2021, y'all niggas living in the past, and he was dissing everybody. If I correct me if I'm wrong, he was dissing everybody. And they said it on Ramil's shit, and Ramil said shots at the Ramil. But it's like, last night, and I found out that Duke said that boy's story checks out. Daryl. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. See, it's over. So it's just like Zero and myself, everybody predicted it's ball game. It's over. They cannot cry about this shit now. And the younger generation is finished. And Zero said, well, you got to do this and pump it up. And they hate the term pump it up. I know people hate that term because Ramil's known for saying it. He said, don't say it, don't say it. And he hit a nerve, and niggas start crying. And don't be crying in SBN like they said, shame, blame, and explain. That's they shit, but salute to that. That's their little movement. But it's working. It's pissing niggas off. But see, I told you, you cannot change a modern woman. I try to tell people that. You got to adapt and move forward, man. As a man in this society that's collapsing, we're in wasteland culture over here. Dub C's over here. It's ball game. And let me say this, if anybody listen, fuck that list. You know what that represents? S.N.U's. This is the title of the day. Sorry ass nigga universe is like the Igmore clan, number one. I should have wrote something down, but I'm busy doing other stuff. This is gonna be a short one. This ain't gonna be a long. The first part's gonna be short, but the next one will be a little longer. So I won't do two. It's a 2-part series, but if y'all want a third part, y'all got to vote for the next stream. Like if I post a post, if you want me to do a third part talking about these niggas, man, because it's easy to talk about. So Mr. Fittinelli's crying about he's not a part of the S.N.U clique. That's why I call them sorry ass niggas university trying to teach men you gotta shame and blame and explain these hoes. They part of the S.N.U crew. I call them the S.N.U crew. Crybabies. They ain't red pill at all. They blue pill as hell and talking all this bullshit. But you know what I'm saying? Like the manosphere shit died a long time ago. Like if you're really red pill, just move forward. Just learn how to deal with the system. And when the pill stuff went out the window, niggas went crazy. And then you got the Enigma man, so-called angry man. Like he's thinking he's an Enigma. He ain't even shit. But what Ramil said about them damn shorts, though, he's talking about them S.N.U niggas, aka what y'all call SPE niggas. I call them S.N.U's over here. These niggas trying to get you some type of universe, a hookup, but they ain't doing shit for their own. Like I said, everybody talks about everybody. This is Black YouTube. This ain't got nothing to do with no manosphere. Black YouTube throws shots at each other all the time. We joke, we roast each other all the time. I dealt with it in the workplace. I dealt in the school. I roast back and then throw shots at them. They don't say nothing when I say something really about them. Now they want to get in their feelings. Man, most of them niggas is pussy. They ain't gonna do shit. They cry babies. Man, you talk about me, I'm with the bit, and y'all sipping each other all day. Yeah, what's going on, degenerate salute? But these niggas is cry babies, man. That's what they do. They're sexuals. especially BGS and all these bitch ass niggas, they be crying about, well, I'm not part of that clique. Yeah, you are. You're S.N.U. This is what the title is. We're talking about you bitch ass niggas want to defend, and you're Pearl God, and the Pearl just did I tell you Zero watches me? Did I tell you? I said this on the DTNs. She said, and I mean not she said, but excuse me. He said on Ramil's LBM call center, he said she destroyed his one white bit. He said one white bit. He said, yeah. Destroyed it. And Duke was cooking her last night. Shots at the Duke. He had to go last night. They was trying to flag Duke to die. I told y'all. They tried to flag him for telling the truth. And he mentioned on that stream that Daryl's story came out. So that means they was lying. What I did last night was simple. I watched this stream on the back end, like the 3 hour, what you say, replay, the stream replay. And they had that conversation with them and Courtney. It's not looking good for JR Lapie. I told you this shit is over. I try to tell you niggas, y'all don't listen. These niggas is done. They can't go anywhere to produce content. Hoes don't been winning. They've been winning since birth, but if y'all let it. I ain't saying don't lose, but I'm just saying as men, you gotta understand they're winning this time because you allow them in certain things. See what I'm saying? Enablers don't want it. They gonna talk they shit afterwards. I'm gonna get done with this, but nigga, it's not about camming up and not camming up. It's about who you are outside of this shit. You want to get, like, I hate to say, you want to get doxxed, they got to know where you exactly at. You don't tell them where you at. Yeah, this is mine camming up, just don't show. But you don't have to cam up a lot. Like, you know what I mean? If they want to see me cam up, come outside with me with this. That's it. And other than that, shut the hell up. Everybody's not trying to get exposed out here. See, only weak niggas do that, and they're part of the S.N.U crews too. All of them. They say, I'm not a part of this. And then they made the list again. It's a repeat of history. It's retardation. This happened 2 years ago. I'm not a part of that list because they hate my guts. They know I'm the bad guy. So that right there saying something. Fuck them niggas. They S.N.U. Anybody that makes a list is part of the S.N.U crew. Y'all all getting this work. Even Mr. Resets, bitch ass BGS. Fuck all these hoe ass niggas that ain't really about shit in life because they're fucking losers. They old bitch ass niggas need their brains blown out. Period. I wish we have a mass execution for niggas that charged for treason for men. If we had something like that. But I'm just talking. I ain't really. But if it really happened, if this became a wasteland in the future, nuclear missiles go off, and then the elections next year, it's already over. Them niggas is done. They ain't got nothing to say. They ain't got no content. Shouts out to the Billionaire Mindset. He broke this down. They ain't got no content. They ain't got nothing to talk about. Them niggas over there, part of the S.N.U crew. Part 2 is gonna be vicious. I'm gonna be vicious with them, and I'm gonna eviscerate these niggas, man, because it's so sad. And then Ramil has to pull y'all whole card. I try to tell you, and I try to tell Kuda, you can't have 2 Ramils. I said this on a panel on his 2 years ago, and I told him you can't have two Ramils. They play up to him. They scared of Ramil. Ramil's got receipts. That's why Zero was very shaky up there. That nigga was very shaky up there. And Fantastic's mad too, because he know I'm in the chat. He don't like my ass, because I already know that George Floyd shit. And the reason I call him Fit Nelly, hey, what's going on, Joe Dove? Salute. The reason why Fantastic don't like my ass, he's a coon. Like, I pointed this out years back, and he's still mad. He's still mad. He mad because Taysir Ramil pulled his whole card. Ramil done woke up and realized, look, this is bullshit. Everybody's waking up. They heard us saying this 2 years ago, and other streams on that. They be watching. They ain't fools. And he said something about the feds. The feds been watching forever, but the feds don't have power unless the CIA controls them. You know what I'm saying? CIA pulls the strings of YouTube and Google. Just remember that. Law enforcement has always been here. They just want to remind you, we got you a little back. Americans, they full of shit, but they still starting wars overseas. But shouts out to the military veterans that are actually trying to get away from this stuff. But it's a business. Like, what did I tell you? If you sign that monetization shit, let me tell you something about monetization on here. If you sign a contract by the government and them, I know everybody going to hate, say, why, sir, why you say the government? They are the government. Think about it. Google's getting sued. YouTube's getting sued for the pedo shit. Think about it. 230, that's what it's about. And it's really about the couple thing. And they're trying to see what type of content is acceptable. Okay, so is black women get talked about. That's what the S.N.U niggas want to talk about. Sorry ass niggas university. We're gonna talk about them niggas. What's going on? AN1 Street. Yeah, that's AN1 Street. That's what I'm talking about. Shouts out to him anyway. You gotta understand. S.N.U niggas is scared of big government, just like the redneck. They all scared. These right wing fascist loons that support Trump, they know it's over. They can't say what they want to say. I don't talk about women on my content. If you notice, I don't put any woman's title in the name. And I'll tell you a secret. Stop doing it. That's how they win. If you say anything about any liberal women, what they will use, a utilitarian or whatever type woman, it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's see. Oh shit. Yeah, Chris Sanders. Oh, my screen went froze. Okay, hold on. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me see. Right quick. Oh, my fault. I was about to go in. But they try to stop me. They try to stop your nigga. They try to stop your nigga. But yeah, but that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, we got it. Oh, we all right. Okay. Okay. But that's what it is. Hey, what's going on, Wacky Salute? But it just showed you the sorry ass niggas universities. They over there. Ramil's crying right now. I think Ramil said what he said, and I think Zero said what he said. But they was talking about the feds and the CIA. They've been going after groups that are extremely against Esau, of course, and the system and the government, of course. They know. But are they gonna do anything? No. Only certain people pulling their strings tell them what to do. Long as you ain't a key word. Long as you ain't a terrorist. Long as you ain't on the real list that we got knocked off years ago. I told you decades ago. They could have been took me out. But you niggas that hate on women, that's the new thing. That's the new terrorism. You gotta protect the women. You gotta protect. You gotta protect. You know, and that's what they talk like. Fantastic. But they know it's over. They were sit around here for years listening in to foolishness, and this is nothing new. Trust me, I know exactly. Joseph said it. It's nothing new. They've been doing it. All they looking at, long as you ain't doing no mass shootings, long as you ain't doing no terrorism or try to take over the world. And I hate to say take over the world, which this is why how they think. See, in government, they don't really care. Long as you ain't crazy, long as you ain't got no nukes. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Long as you ain't got no nukes like that boy in North Korea, you good. You just got to tone it down. See, they want to see who's going to be the next Kevin or a superstar. I said this 2 years ago. They pick and choose who they want. See, remember, Google and YouTube works like a corporation. If you sign that monetization, let me tell you something. You already lost your freedom of speech. You have to be. It's like in the military, and they look like you see, but they ain't teaching civilians. If you join the military, they tell you. Even former military people told me when I used to work with them, and they said you don't really have freedom of speech. You got to be like it's like law enforcement. You have to do their rules. Yeah, you have freedom what you want, but you can't say what you want really. But it's like you got to participate. You got to protect people that needs to be protected, right? That's what Google and YouTube's trying to do. They're trying to government police you. If you step out of line, it's a private company. They can do what they want with you and question you. So it's kind of like, if anything happens, if a nuclear holocaust happens, they can do that. They can be a corporation like that. Look at video games like Fallout, for example. Companies like Bethesda and Rockstar. They put this in the games and movies. They send messages. These people do this shit all the time. Ramil ain't dumb. Ramil understands he can't say reckless shit on the internet, right? They know he's outrageous. They know I'm outrageous a little bit, and I'm saying something positive. But if I'm too positive, that's how they take me up out of here. The negative niggas sells. Period. So Ramil's right. I ain't trying to be. I talk shit to niggas to warn them that S.U niggas are dangerous. He was in the Marines, and you don't have freedom of speech when you're in. Exactly. See, he's in the Marines. See, Joe's telling you. Yes, yes. I saw this in a movie once in Jarhead, and they broke that down. I said, damn, it's like that, but then it makes sense because it's policy. It's like you got to protect our patriotism. You got to protect it's in that mindset. They want to teach you this is our culture. Now you may not like and see. I can't stand utilitarianism. This is what they do. This would be just trying to push liberalism. If you're a Republican, whatever. But if you're conservative, think about it. Yeah, you conserve values. That's true. But they play the other side. Shouts out to Duke for saying this. He said, The people that's in the mansion claim they about free speech. No, they ain't for free speech. They try to flag him the other night, last night. They try to get rid of him because of the Pearl shit, right? This is the same thing. It's a tactic. Be careful. Now, if you sign that, like I said about monetization, it's like a structure, corporation and military structure contract. If you break that contract, they break you. So you're gonna have to cut some people off. If you do content that's anti-woman, they don't want that. You got to downsize. You got to pay for male support. I'm sorry, man. If you have to do male content to uplift men, you got to pay. Like they said about Kevin. I agree. Kevin did that. Even though he's on the other side of the sexual table, but it didn't matter. Kevin sold because he put the clothes on. He understood business. He said, F you niggas. He didn't like you niggas. He didn't like you niggas in the first place. He was an opportunist. He did what he did. He stole talking points from the older days of the Massey. He studied this shit. He wasn't dumb. He understood how to finesse you niggas. He didn't have to have game or no game. It wasn't that. He had the attitude. They liked him. Yes, he was dead, and you know what happened. We already know what really happened. I don't believe he had sex with the BBW. No, I believe he overdosed himself. He was obsessed with those energy drinks, and he was taking some drugs. He probably took some roids. We don't know. He must have took some steroids or some form of virus. We don't know, because that man was. He always said in the gym. They say he did karate in the gym, but he was offing himself, killing himself. But a lot of people say delete. I don't want to say the K word. So what? But he knew, and people play his clips all the time and said, Kevin, why you talk about this man? He said some sexual shit to this big dude. He was overweight. He said, how big is the D? And I was like, oh, man, that's some sick shit. And he was that dude. And they was okay with that. Let me tell you something. YouTube's okay with that. As long as you ain't carrying nuclear missiles, threatening people's lives, or being like a dictator, right? Like they're doing Putin right now. But Putin is bad. He ain't shit either. But you can't be that in America because they want you a certain way. You got to understand, once you get monetized, it's patriotism all in. You all in. So have to agree with them. I'm sorry, man. I said this before. I said this years ago, and I asked the people that did get monetized years ago, and they told me, yeah, you got to be all in. You can't back out of the country now. They give you all this money, and next thing you know, you sold out, and there you are, and you start crying. You can't say what you want to say. You ain't got no freedom, nigga. If you have freedom to say this stuff, that's cool, but under their jurisdiction, you can't talk about every content creator. You got to talk about a few. They let you talk about a few, but they ain't gonna let you talk about everybody. They're big money, like the ones that got the millions and up there with the PewDiePies and Marquise Brownlee. That's no, nigga. We're gonna have to flag. You have to get rid of it. That's what they do. That's what they do. Ramil knows what he's doing. It's a tactic. Ramil understands these niggas is vulnerable. Without him, they're nothing. I'm glad he said this. He carried Fantastic, aka Mr. Fittinelli, right? Boy, that nigga was hurt. I bet he was watching that stream over Mills. He was crying in the car, man. That boy was hurt. We was cooking his ass in the chat. Oh man. This nigga's hurt. He's hurt for real. Like, you could tell in his voice. He's on that panel AM1. AM1 set him up. But just for the AM1, you fouled for that shit. I don't know when I saw that shit. I missed it. AM1 tore his ass up. They set that nigga up, and he called what do you call Ty City? He called him a whole ass nigga. That is so disrespectful. He hates Ty City. He's jealous that Ty City get more numbers than him. That's what this is about. I don't think it's the Ramil. He's jealous of Ty City because he gets more numbers than him. Ty City fucks with certain people. That's what it is. Okay. Yes, he has association with Taz and everything. That's what he really want to say. He want to say that to Ramil so bad, and he's jealous because he can't get numbers like that. All he talks about is bullshit. When I used to subscribe to that clown nigga before he blocked me back 3 years ago, it was over some political shit with Biden and Trump time. We ain't gonna get into that. Y'all know the story about that because this nigga's a crybaby, man. He ain't built like that. He's got a soft chin. He's like a little darling. He's from weak ass Macon, Georgia. Everybody knows where he's from. He's been exposed. And he said he got molested when he was young. He told that story, cry like a little bitch, and I've heard him say this on a live stream. And Life said, why you cry like a bitch? He cries like a bitch all the time. He's worse than Clifton Rainey. I just saw a stream, a little replay from CP clowning Clifton Rainey. Everybody knows he's a clown. Tommy clowned. Tommy's foul as shit, but he clowned that man. I don't feel sorry for Clifton Rainey. He was soft. They picked on him because he was soft. It's like in school. You can't be saying you're from a tough guy from Chicago, but you clown so much. So if you're from Chi, you talk on this, so-called gangster shit, nigga, you're not about that. Tommy clowned you. He's from weak ass Georgia. And like I said, Tommy's Panamanian. No, he's not. He's just a nigga from Lawrenceville, Georgia. He is not Panamanian. He don't even speak Spanish. If he was Panamanian, that fake ass flag he got, he ain't really Panamanian. I'm just gonna let y'all know. A lot of people try to say he's been doxxed. So his name is Mr. Harris. He's from Lawrenceville, Georgia. That's outside of Atlanta. If y'all know Gwinnett County, that's where he's from. And they try to say I'm Panamanian, nigga. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's been proven. And you got a son, so you've been exposed. So a nigga like that bullying you like that, that's just crazy, man. But Ramil, like you said, like they're getting exposed. But that Daryl Long, I showed y'all yesterday, that's some real shit with JR. They say he was married and he's a baby daddy. The hypocrisy of these spaces. Let me tell you, some right wing / nigga sphere and redneck sphere equals mainstream and black manosphere in layman terms, right? These niggas is done. They cannot say anything to no man right now. They just can't. They can't because the hoes is winning. They're crying. They want the box and everything, and that's all they talk about. And you heard what Nate said, Billionaire Mindset. He said, "You niggas is losing, man. Like you're losing." Just like Wacky said in that chat. He said that in Ramil's chat. He said, "Niggas is losing." He told Ramil, "Yeah, they losing." He know what you're saying. He don't have to respond. He knows what y'all say. He sees this shit. That's why we sit back and laugh at these. They talk all this gorilla shit. And shaming these modern hoes. Just my advice: be indifferent, ignore them, like they said, like the gentleman said in that Coliseum panel, right? I said just stop talking about them altogether and just leave them alone. Walk away. My solution is walk away and adapt the right way, and then be cordial with them, but you don't have to be disrespectful. Just move on, move to society. If they ain't feel you, just walk away. It's my solution. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with hoes like that, walk away from that shit. I mean, there's some decent women out there, but there ain't that many left. But it depends on what we change in society as men. We got to change shit. They can't change shit. They just leech off. That's what they do. That's what hoes do. But the S.N.U niggas, we gotta wife them up, go overseas, and I'm a past bro. Call themselves bro. I call them lost bros. They're lost. They try to find something that ain't there. Hoes are everywhere around the world. They hate us specifically. I'd say that certain black men. I don't care if you're honest or tricking or not. It don't matter because when I used to watch, his name is Black Pride. He used to be in the Navy. He said this at one time. He said, "Brothers, they don't like us like that. They don't like us like that. The reason they don't like us like that, they just know." And he broke this down years ago. And I said to myself, why in the fuck do they care about us like that? They really don't. They really don't. And I noticed that living here for years, they don't really care. They just use us for, the sexual favors and that's it. Ramil says all the time, they ain't gonna care. He showed a redneck bitch, a white trash, crying about, her man's not giving her attention. And, she slept around with different people, right? Fucked around, right? And he was tripping, and the whole ass thing was crying on the stream. They showed a clip. He said, "You done effed everybody all that," and he was crying like, "Dude, you should have known." She said she was a hoe. She admitted it. So right there, that's what you niggas promote. Ramil's just pulling out receipts. So I understand what Ramil's doing. I know exactly, and he ain't the only one. It's a lot of people talking. Duke, everybody talks about the so-called manosphere that they claim exists. It don't exist. It died a long time ago when people fell out and had fallouts in 2020, 2021. You already know it's over. They pissing themselves. They whining about, I can't get no prostitute or I can't get Pearly. They can't get Pearly. They can't get Pearl. They're God. And Pearl, I just found out about Pearl. Shout to the Duke. He said, that big heavy set dude, the nigga, right? He got him a better redhead. She can't get no man. She worse than y'all. And somebody called her femcell in the chat. I was like, oh shit. Pearl can't do nothing. She can't do nothing. She tried to get some D. That's why I heard from Duke. That's true. They all are. They all are. They just using y'all. That's what they do. Usury sales. Okay, like nigga, you're not. I don't want to say the men are the prize. In some aspects, some people believe that. I don't believe they're the prize. No, I ain't gonna say nobody's the prize really, but I'm just saying that term needs to stop. Period. Like nobody's the prize. If you're really the prize, you got to serve the Most High Yah for that. Yeah, this people is not everybody else. But that's a whole nother conversation. I ain't gonna get into that because y'all get sensitive about that. Is a bet on the pro? We everything. No, nigga. Not when you're losing against these 304 prostitutes, modern day prostitutes. I'm gonna talk about that in the next S.N.U part 2, which y'all love. Y'all love it so much. See, this is why SBE was created. Shouts out to Zero, Ty City, and Ramil, the trio, right? But you gotta understand, you got to stop believing in bullshit. Niggas want to cry about everything, but you can't cry about reality, what's going on. Niggas get mad about everything. And Ramil just pulled a whole card. And I know Fantastic's mad. I know I call him Fitnelli as his nickname, but this dude is a crybaby. You're in the military, ain't no crying in battle. Did they teach you that in the Navy, sir? Yes, sir. Huh. You know, did they teach you that in the military, sir? You almost, well, he's about to be 40 this year, right? I said he's 30. No, that nigga's about to be 40. He's 39, right? And he's about to be 40. You crying like a little bitch at this age in my generation? Come on, man. Ain't nobody fucking with you. You're a crybaby. I can't take that nigga serious. I can't take him serious. He got body on every panel. And that microphone, man, like Zero got him. I love it. He got him with that mic shit. That everybody's been saying for years. I said, who pissed him off with the microphone? Kuda pissed him off with the mic. Everybody else is talking about him in the mic and Ramil shit. I've been pissing him off with the microphone, clowning him. You know, I'm guilty. I put my hand in it. Yeah, I stand on that disrespect. And it's just, please. Him screaming through a headphone and his sound go out. They said, you're drowning, Fantastic. What's wrong? Why? He's underwater. I can't swim. I thought you was in the Navy. I thought you could swim, nigga. I thought you could swim in the Navy. I already know about that other shit they used to support, but shout out to Platinum. But, you know, I ain't going to mess with Platinum. But Fitnelli, man, he's done. He's done. He can't speak for everybody. He drove 16 hours to get some ass. And she's a well-known prostitute and a whore. She's been exposed by Cookie about a bunch of times. We ain't gonna mention her name on this channel. She's not relevant. She just runs her damn mouth. She wants to cry a lot too. But Fantastic, man, aka Mr. Fitnelli, sir, you're finito at this point. I can't expect a nigga like him crying about the future. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of nigga that you want to stay away from. He's not gonna teach young men how to be right. This nigga's a crybaby. He too busy whining about everybody get more pussy than me. I used to be married. I got divorced. Get your priorities, sir. Get your shit right. You 40-something years old. I thought you got over that shit. But see, divorce is hard for men. I'm gonna tell you something. It is hard. And it's sad. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying it's sad. Yeah, you used to be married, but it fucks with you. I think the manosphere used to be designed for that at one time. It was. At one time, they had a solution how to solve these divorced men, these broken marriage men, not just single men. Men's try to find their way. If they're single, still have not kids, they're trying to find their way how to survive as men. The other half that did have all that, they're struggling way more than single men. I'm sorry, there's a statistic out there. They're struggling. Let's keep real, especially here. They have to stop thinking about these whores. But our problem is we got an ego problem. And that's what it seems like when I see these panels. I'm glad I don't participate last year and this year. And I said I was through with this shit because these niggas talk about the same thing over and over again. I saw it on Kuda shit and I said, that's that religious shit. I'm done with that. That's that PPT shit. I try to tell Kuda, cut that shit out and let that shit go and just be a DJ, man. That's why I simply told him this 2 years ago. But he's doing his thing, but he's still stuck on that shit. Let that shit go, man. Them niggas is mad at you already. They can't stand you either. That Stream Team shit. If anybody mentions Stream Team, fuck Stream Team. That was the weakest group I ever seen in my life. You had Fantastic. He killed y'all shit. The only people that I kind of respect, I said this 2 years ago, that had a decent content and add numbers to the play was Ty City, you could say Ramil, and Kuda. That's it. Zero was just like a behind the scenes. He wasn't the guy, but he was the guy, but he wasn't the main guy. See, now Generals was probably say he's the guy. No, he's behind he's like top 10 of that group. Jessica X don't count. Fuck her. We don't know what that thing is. I won't say a thing. I ain't gonna say a woman. Y'all can say woman. Y'all can disagree with whatever, but I'm just saying she's a thing to me until we see her cam up or whatnot. I don't think she'll ever cam up because we don't know. If something happens to her, Don't tell I warned y'all. It's a possibility because somebody was really that desperate. You got some simps that are dangerous and weird in the head. You see the reports. You see what's happening to Lapeef. We'll have another Daryl Long in y'all's little spaces. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be one nigga that's like a Daryl Long that's gonna F y'all shit up, and I'm gonna laugh because it's a repeat. It's hilarious, man. I try not to get mad. I try not to be bitter about it. I'm happy. Inside, I'm really happy about this because it teaches young man stay away from this shit. Yes, they love women on the side off this internet shit, especially YouTube, anything, Facebook. There's stories about this on Instagram off air. You think people ain't fucking around, getting some ass? People are desperate out here. I'm trying to tell you that this shit is collapsing. Y'all not mentally prepared. What's going on? See, this wasteland culture is gonna. I got a whole nother stream talking about this on a blog stream, and it's gonna tie in what S.N.U is about. Niggas want to teach you about how to get women, come to my university and get some consultation, like a semester and all that. I'm like, that's what these niggas on. It's like they some college shit. Get that out of here. That's bullshit. I've been wanting to say this a long time, but anyways, yeah, I got to cut this short because it's about to rain. But it is what it is, man. But there will be a part two. It'll be a little longer, but might not go an hour. But this, I said, look, it is what it is. Ramil said what he said. Niggas mad and get over it. So with that, shalom to the people of Israel and whoever's in the chat, whatever in the clouds, of course. I'm signing off to people. Until next time, and I'll see you next week. Signing off, and I'm out.